Today I wanted to talk about basically losing faith when you're just in the trenches slogging away and days turn into weeks, weeks to months and months to years, and you're just going at it, and like you have the vision of making millions or whatever your vision is, whether it's just to earn 10k online and live a super chill lifestyle out somewhere where it's sunny, or whether you want to actually build a mega business and turn a lot of profit, change lives, etc. Whatever it is, it's probably out of the reach of like anyone that you know. Me personally, I don't like around me in my day-to-day life, I don't know anyone that is trying to do what I'm trying to do. Everyone else is, the most successful people that I come into contact with are maybe run a couple of bars and restaurants, and they're turning decent profit. I don't know exactly how much, but they're not living a crazy good life. They're living better than, I'll call them middle class, upper middle class. But in day-to-day life, there's no one around me that has loads of free time and is making crazy amounts of money, big entrepreneur, stuff like that. You just don't see it. And when you're in your day-to-day life, just seeing the people that you're surrounded with, and they're seeing you slogging away at this thing and getting no fruit after, over a year, which is the situation that I'm in, they're starting to doubt. And when they start to doubt and think, it's that stuff's for other people. We're normal people. We don't, that stuff, it's not going to happen. You need to just think about getting a job and making a life for yourself that way. And the thoughts start to poison you. They're starting to poison me on occasion. I notice myself doubting whether I'll ever be able to get to where I'm trying to go. Thinking thoughts like, is it actually for me? Am I destined just to live a life of mediocrity? Destined just to live a normal life like everyone else that you see around you? They creep in. It's poisonous. They infect your mind. It's a fucking horrible feeling as well. It's so grim and bleak, and it's like, I've just been doing this for however long. Can I actually get there? In the industry that I work in, I'm trying to learn to forex trade, and I've made massive amounts of progress in my first year, but I'm not there yet. And I hear of people that are making tens of thousands in their first year of learning to trade. And in the industry, I think the stats are something like 97% or something crazy like that of people that trade never actually make it. Now you can account for a lot of I think like 90% of that is people that do it for the first 90 days and give up, and you get that in any industry. Any industry, you're going to get the people that, the S-curve, they hop into the trading or entrepreneurship, business building, uninformed optimism, and they're loving it. They think it's amazing. And then I think the next one is informed pessimism, where you know what you're dealing with now, and it's not as good as it seemed, but on the other side of the fence. So when you jumped over, it seemed all sunshine and rainbows, and now you actually know brass tacks, and you've kind of got a bit of an understanding about the industry. It's informed pessimism, because you realize it's going to be a lot harder than you thought. Then the valley of despair, and that's when people jump ship, and it's the same in any industry. So you can account for the 90% of trading in that, but even still, you're looking at, I think it's such a small percentage of traders that actually make it. And these little thoughts are going to poison my mind and start to creep in, and it's like, maybe I won't be able to do it. And the only way that I can counteract that is just by saying, no, fuck this, fuck them. I love my family to pieces, and I know they want what's best for me, but unfortunately they don't see where I'm trying to go. They don't see the potential of what I'm trying to do, and that's fine. But I've got to say fuck them and fuck their opinion. If they don't want to help me now, that's fine. Fuck them. I don't need their help. I'm going to do this and prove to them that I can do it, and then I'm going to provide for them like I'm supposed to. So no matter how long it takes, no matter how poor I have to be, no matter how, how dragged through the mud, how much shit I gotta eat, how scruffy I look because I can't afford haircuts. I can afford a haircut once a month. I can't afford new clothes and shoes. And I can't afford gym members. Like, no matter what the fuck crops up, I'm just gonna say, fuck this and fuck them. I'm doing this for me. And I'm gonna get through it. I'm gonna trudge through the fucking mud because I know that if I just show up every single day, if I do the bare fucking minimum every single day and don't think about how long it's gonna take. I've been doing this for over a year, and in the grand scheme that's fucking no time at all. But it feels like I've put so much time and effort into this shit. And things are starting to come to a head now where I've used up my options, I've used up my resources for relying on other people. In the next couple of months I've got to move out properly and pay rent in full. I'm talking like a 4 or 5 times increase in the rent that I've got to pay. So I'm gonna have to really fucking knuckle down now because, like I say, I've exhausted all my options. But no matter how long and how broke and how scruffy and how tired and how difficult it gets, I'm gonna fucking slog it out. And that's the only way that I can combat this negative thought train of maybe it's not for me. Maybe I'm not that guy. Maybe I'm not who I thought I was. I fucking smash that thought. I crush it up into a little ball and throw it away. Either metaphorically or on a piece of paper. I know that's a good exercise, not one that I do personally, but I've done it in the past where you write out whatever it is, whatever inhibition, you fucking crumple it up and you throw it away, burn it, whatever you gotta do. And that's how I'm gonna fucking get through this. Whether it takes me another 6 months, whether it takes me another 18 months, whether it takes me another 3 years, I'm gonna do whatever I gotta do.